Good morning, good morning. It is time for Raiding with Randoms. And here we have a Ghost-type Bellibolt from the event going on. Now with Bellibolt, you gotta be a little careful. You'll see its script above. It uses Discharge, Weather Ball, Electric Terrain, Sucker Punch, and a scripted Spark. So it is using both physical and special moves with Sucker Punch and Spark on there. Although its physical attack is not going to be that much of a threat. The main thing we need to worry about is that Electric Terrain and Discharge. Now... oh, somebody's locking in on a horse, and then somebody else is locking in on the dragon. Okay, the dragon is at least resistant to everything Bellibolt can do, but the problem is it's immune to fighting, so its strongest moves are going to be completely ineffective here. It's looking like I'm going to want to bring my own Bellibolt, because Bellibolt v Bellibolt, it's resistant to electricity, so even Electromorphosis boosting his attacks is not going to do much to me, and since I'm an electric type, I'm immune to paralysis. And on top of that, I can go ahead and use Acid Spray to debuff its special defense, which is going to help Spectrier do more damage, assuming that they are running Spectrier with an ideal special attacking set. The other two, I don't know what demo... oh, demo's locking into that one. Not a terrible choice. It is weak to Sucker Punch, but again, the physical attack coming from Bellibolt is not that huge of a threat, and if they're maining their fire move, the Bitter Blade, they're going to keep their health up, no problem. So we're going to go ahead and drop this. Now, just as a quick aside here, we are going to take a brief look at the Bellibolt set that I have. As you can see there, Parabolic Charge and then Discharge so that I have an attack that can do some more damage and has a decent chance to paralyze at 30%, with Mud Slap and Acid Spray to also support the party. Magnet for the hold item because Parabolic Charge is going to heal us enough so that we don't need Shell Bell. So we're locked in and good to go. Again, as with most raid builds, Bellibolt is max hit points, max special attack, because it is a special attacker. And like I said, normally I go Shell Bell on most of my raid builds, but Bellibolt is one of the exceptions because of Parabolic Charge. Things with Parabolic Charge, Drain Punch, Giga Drain, if you're maining those as your primary attacks, you probably don't need the Shell Bell as much as other Pokemon would need it. Now, as we can see in the script, before, Bellibolt does have the scripted Spark at 75% hit points, and it resets its stats at 50%. Which means the Acid Sprays are going to get knocked off of there. And, okay, Koraidon is running Flamethrower, so they are not running an ideal Koraidon. They're trying to run whatever attacks made sense because of the weather, but it's not running off of its ideal stats. If anything, you'd be better off going Fire Punch if you're going to give it any fire attacks. But as you can see, we did deal some massive hits there. They are using Weather Ball, which is going to be hitting us for Fire-type damage. Okay. We can see that Cerule Edge got paralyzed, but it did not take too much damage, so I'm not too worried about that paralysis messing with our run here. And there is the stat wipe. Okay, so now I can go ahead and Acid Spray again to get a stat debuff that's going to stick. And there is also a Tera Orb Drain at 40%, so that means, yeah, that's going to stop us from terastallizing as early as I would like, but if I can go ahead and use this to get a second Acid Spray, probably. Unless it's not quite at the threshold. Maybe I can terastallize and go straight to Parabolic Charge for healing. Nope, there's the Terra Drain. Okay. But that's okay. I got Acid Spray going. Phantom Force. Okay, interesting choice with Phantom Force to get it off the board, I guess. But I would think maybe Night Slash would be a better ghost move to put on there. Alright, there's the stat wipe on our side, which is still no big deal. In fact, I'm going to Discharge instead of using Parabolic Charge to see if I can maybe get that bonus hit. Since it's -4 on its special defense right now, this might be enough to just obliterate it. Because it is at a tiny sliver of health left on the shield. Come on, Trap Card. Booyah! That is why Bellibolt is one of the greatest raid Pokemon in the history of this game. Now, I do already have a raiding Bellibolt. I really don't need to catch another one. But I will be on the lookout for more of these raids as the event goes on. So remember to get these raids while you can. Like I said, Bellibolt is great for these raids. You can also run Garchomp or Mudsdale, depending on what kind of weaknesses it has. Garchomp, meaning Earthquake with Dragon Cheer to boost your party, can be pretty good, because it's also immune to electric moves, so you're only worried about Weather Ball and Sucker Punch. And honestly, if you're worried about Weather Ball and Sucker Punch, the only Weather Ball you need to worry about is if somebody sets Hail. Please, nobody set Hail out there. And then Mudsdale, same deal. You're running Body Press, Terrifying Body Press, probably with Stamina ability. And before you Terrasilize, you're immune to electricity again.